What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today, and today I have a very exciting model review for you all. Today we're taking a look at the engine models 1:400 scale Delta Air Lines Boeing 767-300ER with the new PW engine. So I hope all of you are excited. This is the first 1:400 PW 767 to ever be released to my knowledge, and I think it's really cool that we have an offering like this now. So once again, really excited for this, and I hope all of you are as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box. So NG continues to go for the theme of the credit cards boxes, so this would be kind of your silver equivalent. So you got Boeing 767-300ER here in the top left, the CGI in the middle, Delta, the registration's 174 Delta November NG models. They also did the CF version on 173, so that's pretty cool. And here's the back. It's a pretty solid box size, so it's about what you would expect for it with regards to the area itself, but actually for the height, it's a little bit taller than what I would expect. But with the big winglets and the other components, I definitely can see why it would be a little bit larger. That being said, we're not going to waste any further time though and go ahead and take a look at the 767 itself. So yeah, it's a really nice model. Again, I think they did a pretty good job with it. Let me go ahead and get this table in a little bit better of a position here so we can get a little bit better view. So yeah, feeling fortunate to have this aircraft in the collection. I went through a couple Delta 767s now. I had a Gemini release, then I sold that for when the latest release they did, and now I have this one, so I'm going to end up selling that Gemini again. But hey, it definitely works out. But anyway, yeah, this aircraft, as you can tell, it's very nice. They did a great job with the detail, and the PW mold also is fantastic. So all of that came together very nicely for this particular frame, and again, feeling fortunate to add it to the collection today. That being said, we're not going to waste any further time though, and go ahead and zoom in on the aircraft and really dive into what makes it as good as it is today. So let's go ahead and do just that when I get the camera aligned here. It's at just a slight angle, trying to get that fixed. There we go. Okay. And I need to even it out a little bit now. Sorry, I know this is a little time consuming, but I really wanted to get it as level as possible. Okay, let me get the pointer and let's go ahead and get started. So here's the nose cone along with the cockpit windows. I honestly think they did a pretty good job on the nose. It's not just 100%, but it's pretty darn close. So I think they did a very good job. I'd give it a solid 8.5. Here's the pitot tubes right here, along with the nose landing gear. You also got the nose landing gear door with the registration of 174, and you also got the strut, which is detailed. Good job avoiding clunkiness, especially considering how much is going on. So very impressed. Sky Team logo, and then you got the hazard right here along with the L1 door. You got a window in the hazard, no lever on this particular example. Then you got the place for a jet bridge. I don't know exactly what this is supposed to do, but it's there, so there we go. And then of course you're gonna have your Delta one up here with the Delta billboard titles. Let me know what you all think about the newer Delta cabin that's coming into the fleet. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. But anyway, that starts here, so we'll feature that, and then we get to Comfort Plus, so great to see that. Actually, premium economy on this one, I believe. I know there's several different configurations. Feeling fortunate to have flown premium economy, sold as Comfort Plus from Honolulu to Los Angeles back in early 2024. That was an absolute blast for $40. What a great upgrade it was. Great decision. So feeling fortunate for that. On my first 767. Here is the antenna, and you also have the Wi-Fi box, which they did a very good job on the detail for that and making sure that was proportional and accurate. So definitely a really good representation there. That's various panel details right here as well, and you got the leading edge light up there, which is fantastic. Here are the emergency exits right here along with the pads, so all that looks really nice. Got the wing right here, again, the detail's really good in the engine. PW4000, really great to have this in 1:400. As you can tell, it looks really nice. I really like that brake cutoff back there on the bottom of the engine, or whatever it's supposed to be called. Not brake cutoff, but you know, that edge off area is really nice. So very cool to see that, and again, the details are really great. Let's go ahead and continue to look around it so you can get some better views. The CF's just much bigger, and in general it looks clunkier as an engine, not the model manufacturers, but just in general they can look clunkier. So I think it's kind of cool to have a little bit more of a sharper looking engine there, and it looks really nice. So definitely cool to highlight, and it looks really great. So definitely a big fan of what they did there. As you can tell, you got the slat detail right there. It looks really nice, so very cool to see that. And you got the winglets, which again, I don't know if this is because I talked about this in the unboxing. I don't know if it's because of just how they look, or if it's because of them not actually being big enough, but it seems like they're just a little small, and maybe the shape's a little bit different. That just could be because of my eye and how I'm seeing it. I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong, but regardless of the case, it's definitely interesting to think about. So let me know what you all think in the comments. I would love to hear some thoughts on all that. But anyway, that's the current landscape of that. So definitely keep it noted, but they're not too bad. Again, it just might be just a look at them that's throwing me off. Anyway, though, you got the speed brake and flap detail as well. And then you got the main landing gears there. Of course, they do not pivot because they don't want to compromise any detail, but they look amazing and they did a very good job with them. So very nice to see that. There's the main landing gear strut. We'll take a more in-depth look at that here in a moment. We get the rest of the passenger windows here, which is going to be your main cabin area, which there's quite a few of those seats on this aircraft. So definitely happy to get the feature right there. You get the registration November 174 Delta. I believe it's November, isn't it? Yes, November. So great to see that, along with the L2 door, which also looks quite nice as well. The livery, of course, very simple. Not too much to it. You know, obviously you got the underbelly being navy, so we can take a look at that. And we also got the bottom antenna. It's a little bit better look at those landing gears, but yeah, it's definitely interesting, but it still looks really nice. Here's the tail. Very good job on this. I think the color on it is really spot on, so that part definitely is huge. So you got a lighter red, you got the darker maroon type color, and you also have the navy on there as well. At the APU, horizontal stabilizers, once again, all of the standard 767 features you would expect to find. This aircraft features them, so really good job proportionally on all these different components, and I think they did a great job putting it all together, so that's really nice. Let me go ahead and show you the right side of the aircraft, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, so here we have the cockpit windows there, so that's very nice, along with the nose landing gear, so that also looks great too. You also have the baggage door, so the first one's much larger than the second one, which is pretty cool because most aircraft aren't like that. So you can see that first one there, it's probably about double the size, and then you can see the second one back here. It's still pretty substantial, but not near as noticeable as that first one, so cool to see that. I'm also not seeing any baggage door anywhere, so I believe it's just these two cargo doors on this side at least, so very nice to see that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the, let me go ahead and move this over a little bit, there we go. Top of the aircraft looks very nice. I think they did a good job on it, so really like that metallic sparkle off effect there on the wing, so that's very nice. And the bottom of the aircraft looks really nice. You got the air inlet detail, which is immaculate for 767 1-400. The navy makes it kind of tough to see, but you can probably get a little bit better of a view now of what that looks like. Very good job. Stand hold nose landing, or sorry, main landing gear doors. Here's the main landing gear. Once again, they do look really nice. I think they did a wonderful job avoiding clunkiness, but also encapsulating all those details. And again, I really like the look of this aircraft, and I think they did a really good job. So I think it was definitely worth the investment to get this one, especially considering I was going to sell the Gemini to flip it, obviously, because I mean, it is a really nice aircraft. So that was the intent there, and who knows when the next Delta 763 I can get will be. I still really want to get a United one, so if they do a United, I'd love to see, but their releases have been very sporadic with regards to consistency. These have been the only 767s that they've done, even though it's a new mold, they haven't got back to it yet, which is pretty surprising. So it'll be interesting to see when they'll do the next 767. But anyway, it's still a really nice aircraft, and I'd highly recommend it if you're interested in a Delta one. Again, there's the CF version of the engines too. We also got an American 762 and a United 764. So those are also wonderful options too. I got the American, and it's really great. So yeah, what an awesome aircraft this is. Highly recommended for anybody's collection if you're interested. But nevertheless, I really hope all of you enjoyed today's video. That will do it today. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do you love you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.